you're right on time for the show. Don't be scared, those are just harmless trick-or-treaters. Come with me and let's get out of this rain. It's time. Come, child, come, child. You and I need not be afraid of the ones who are outside. For mummies, ghosts, ghouls, vampires, demons, spirits, werewolves, monsters, creatures, and creepy things that crawl. None of these things are quite as scary as the story you're about to hear. Welcome to the scariest story ever told. I am your host, the organ donor, and tonight we will be experimenting in horror. Every good, scary story starts on what feels like a regular day. A sunny sky, commutes to work, and children playing in the leaves. Nothing out of the ordinary. Or perhaps it's always there and we just don't see it when it's hiding, and it's lurking, and it's feeding. Well, someone like you or me, we wouldn't even notice it on, say, a day like today. This is only a record, right? Well, over the next 30 minutes, it's just you and me in this dark theater. Or is it? Make yourself comfortable and prepare yourself for what you're about to hear. You are now listening to Udder Madness. Our story takes place October 1999 in Blue Island. The sun is out, yards and businesses are covered with Halloween decorations. Behind Paul Revere Elementary School at the Fence of Heart Park, we find a 5-year-old Conan sitting on a curb about to finish the remaining items in his paper lunch sack. He's minding his own business.
Well, if it isn't the little Dairy Queen. What do you got there, bud? It's some, like, paper thing? Like, why don't you just fork over your lunch money, Conan?
I don't have any, Richard.
What do you mean you don't have any?
I don't have lunch money.
Well, why?
'Cause I brought this lunch.
Well, give me your lunch, then. Let's see what you got. Milk? All he brought for lunch is milk. You know what I think of your milk, Conan? How you gonna drink your milk now, little chodester strudel? Milk for lunch.
Be around me and you will see. You don't wanna let my milk speak. Free flying, I'll flee my seat. Stomping your face, my feet will be. Fucking yo bitch, my D, her P. Screaming nasty, that's B-I-G. Yo shit saggy, A-A-R-P. So quit acting, H-A-R-D. Oh, y'all playing, what the fuck you saying? All the shit I'm claiming, steady, ready, aiming. Leave you bitches praying in the whole damn nation. Why you always running at my fucking patience? You ain't never seen another motherfucker like me. Steady running around the city with another's ID. I be leaving punk bitches in a fucking IV. Like to see you make a comeback from the IC. You ain't waking up, you ain't waking up. Sipping out a jug, take another chug, take another huff. What's a couple thug, let me call your bluff. Never gave a fuck, running down your luck, filling up a double cup. What? You be living in the dirt while I put in work. Bitches shit my first, had to go berserk. Bringing out a curse, might as well emerge. Put it in reverse, but it really hurts when we fucking with your hurt, bitch. Doesn't matter to me if you got a fucking family. When I smack your bitch, she crying, oh my god, the agony. Catch me riding down your block, screaming out profanity. Afterwards, I'm in your crib, just stealing out your vanity. Since I was a kid, I was fucked in the psyche. Can't nobody ever be just quite like me. If you try and test it, I'll show you the light. See, please don't stain on my button-up white tee. Cause if you do, I'ma spite thee. Whipping out a pipey, now you shitting in your diaper. Leaking out the typey on a brand new Nikes. Hope you got the best of your very last night, G. Conasty, don't get your ass beat. Can't beat when I bring that heat. Still trapped in the backseat. I'ma stop and light it from a gas leak. Can't speak when I'm clapping on her ass cheeks. Fastly, I'ma fill you up with blast beats and a fucking pasty. You bitches think it's blasphemy. Nah, bitch, you got it all wrong. Cause the shit is Conasty.
How you gonna drink your milk now, little chodster strudel? Milk.
Hey, you're Conan, right? I just saw all that, and here, I want you to have my milk.
Richard always picks on me.
You taken your milk before?
All the time. And sometimes, I wish he would just disappear.
I know how we can make him disappear.
You do?
Yeah, my dad showed me this porn where this guy would put on a mask and he would go where they make sex.
And then what?
Well, he would kill them.
So we just go to where Richard makes sex with his friends and we kill him?
I thought it was a good movie.
Let's go tonight then.
That very evening, John and Conan planned to murder Richard Burns. They didn't know much about murder, so they planned on using their bare hands and strangling him to death. They also didn't know much about Richard, but they did know that people like him could be found in a small wooded area across the tracks. Behind the Memorial Tennis Park, partying with his friends, they found their way to the entrance and silently exited the walked trails and hid in the trees and brush. They crept into the forest background and peeked in. Richard and his friends, drinking, smoking, and laughing. So they waited. And they waited and waited until Richard came to the brush line to relieve himself in the dirt. In that moment, Conan reached into his backpack, pulled out a glass bottle, and approached Richard from behind. Conan jumped into the air, lifted the glass bottle into the sky, and slammed it down on the back of Richard's head. As he fell to the ground screaming, Conan jumped on his chest and smashed until his milk bottle was broken. This screaming caused the neighborhood dogs to bark, and this frightened Richard's friends, who ran in terror, screaming into the night. As they ran, Conan took the jagged edge of the broken milk bottle and slit Richard's throat. The bottle edge snapped off inside of Richard's neck. Conan twisted it, removed it, and used the glass shard to mutilate Richard's face and torso. They took their milk, dumped it on his lifeless body, and left.
If you get killed, I'll be the honky your traumatized family blames it on. Tell him I'm sorry your baby boy went to see God when I checked if the safety's on. It's not. Put a blick to his dome, carve his pumpkin, lit up his top. Get across, get some flowers, and put up a candle where he used to sit on the block. Gang shit, leaving your brain split. You can get bucked at, leave your main click on the street, smoke like puff, puff, pass. Picture mama at the casket crying out to God, how. She ain't know that we be in the streets with the guns going pow, 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 pow. Ladies got you first, lay the kids on dirt, babies are the curse. Let them go berserk, they can do you worse. They don't mind the search, the loop you getting murked or featured on a verse. Call it a hit, get off in the mix. I just be shooting the murder shit. I wish you was dead, Timmy Turner shit. Let the burner rip. I got a blicky for Vicky. Knock off for calling me cracker, get crumpled like cum socks and stuck in my head. But I'd rather
rather get cancer than hearing you rappers spit bars about switching the lane in your tracks. If you do that, I'll just wait in the mask for the day that you lacked, and I'll aim from the back and I'll spray up your back. I'm calling this shit Baja, cause of the way that it blasts.
Got no fucking anger problems, I like killing.
White on my upper lip, my shit so milky it got white privilege.
Murder.
We be on everything except the up and up. Been jerking my gherkin so much that I gotta be shooting my gun just to bust a nut. I'm milking them up with the pump, the white devil flow with the murderous shit. Milking the blick, return of the drip, shoot automatic, I learn with the stick. Nobody's shit, I like the beef. They play games, they life gets seized. Arm up, the drum count backwards from 30 like hide and seek. But none of that, there's no hiding. Your mother, your girl, your hoes dying. And if I don't shoot them, I'll just fuck them and forget them then. Like Joe Biden, I'm hair sniffing. You come with homies and I come with guns. We pair different, you get caught up in the trap. When I bang the drum, the snare's different. Who can get milk with the kid?
Milk truck.
I hop out cause I got a gun for you. 30 rounds go into the crowd. Happy if I just hit one of you, cause
I don't give a fuck about your motherfucking family.
the gang is killing for a high score. I'm shooting just to fucking practice.
What do you mean you don't have any?
I don't have lunch money.
Well, why?
Cause I brought this lunch.
Give me your lunch then.
Well, not far off was a happy-go-lucky 5-year-old Q sitting at Hart Park, playing in the sun, burning an ant colony with his magnifying glass. As the small critters scorched in torment, Q heard a commotion nearby and peeked his head up to investigate. He turned his attention to Gregory Street, where Richard stomped on Conan's milk and pushed him down. Q quietly walked closer to the fence out of their view to peek in on the scene and see what happened. It was then as Q leaned in to listen when he overheard their sinister plan to kill Richard Burns.
Yeah, my dad showed me this porn where this guy would put on a mask and he would go where they make sex.
And then what?
Well, he would kill them.
So we just go to where Richard makes sex with his friends and we kill him?
I thought it was a good movie.
Let's go tonight then.
Q knew exactly where they were going, what they were doing, and the victim. So Q waited in his room, watching out of his window into the stillness of the night. As the clouds cleared and midnight struck, a full moon appeared. Q knew just where to find them, and he did. He followed them in the shadows from a distance, dressed as a scarecrow, and at each suspicious glance would stand on any passing lawn where he could blend in with the decorations. As they approached the wooded area, Q waited for the distance between. He climbed into a tall oak tree and secured himself on a sappy branch that peeked into the clearing. He watched each movement, ticking into the night, waiting. And under the full moonlight, the eyes of God and the will of evil, Q finally saw this gruesome horror unfold. Q couldn't believe his eyes as innocent bloodshed and tormented screams howled into the night, right underneath him. He waited for the silence to come, but couldn't hear anything more than his racing, beating, thumping heart. As the time passed and the stillness returned, Q climbed down out of the tree and returned home, unable to sleep, haunted by what he just witnessed. And as the sun rose and Q prepared for school, a new day dawned with an unknown murder resting in the dirt for the world to find.
Overheard a couple kids on the playground, shouting out from this day forward, things have changed now. Bloody nose and gaping holes, can't see his face now. A holy soul, satanic flow, blow a pussy's brains out. Watching as his life force slowly drains out. I'm devoted to this shit, I will never change now. Double cups of virgin blood just to numb the pain down. Dropping acid tabs on ancient burial ground. Watching death come back to life, right before your very eyes. Desecrate the altars of gods if I go back in time. Fuck what you heard, little bitch, I'm the Antichrist. Gasoline hits of the skunk make your lungs ignite. Watch the world burn in the midst of a sacrifice. Russian roulette, fully loaded, take a shot at life. Eternity flashes right before your hazy eyes. I am the essence of evil that's been personified. Midnight rituals held by individuals. Black magic incantations, I put a curse on you. Eyes glaring red, dressed like the demons do. Fuck around and smoke a quarter pound in a week or two. Wait till you leave, then I creep through your room. Knock your father's ashes off the mantle in the living room. Never giving a fuck, so you know how I'm coming through. Powered up from the chalice of blood that I consume. Chillin' with the milkmen in the gaff. Have a couple laughs as we pop shots in your ass. Blast, tap your pockets looking for some cash. Stab you in the ass, sipping Bill Cosby in the glass. I don't give a fuck about your motherfucking family. Hey, I'ma go to Ancestry.com with a noose and hang you from your family tree.
The following day in school, there didn't seem to be any news on Richard Burns. It appeared no one knew what happened yet. Only Conan, John, and Q until...
Hey, Quiz. Quiz.
What's good, blood?
I know where we could find a dead body.
A real-life dead body?
You wanna go see it after school? We can spit on it and pee on it and touch his penis.
Gang.
That evening, Q and Cris met exactly as they said they would. As the sun set and the orange of the sky glistened eerily in the distance, they both walked to the entrance of the wooded area and looked in, frozen with fear. Without rushing, they walked through the darkness and brush and found a small spot to peek out into the clearing. As they got close, they heard what sounded like sizzling, like flesh sizzling. A horrible, disturbing sight awaited them. At the center of the clearing was the mutilated, unrecognizable body of Richard Burns. But now, as they walked closer, they saw his charred corpse look like it was set on fire, put out with milk only seconds ago. Smoke still rising from the decayed flesh as milk dripped down, still wet and mixed with blood. It had to be somebody else's blood, 'cause this corpse was dried up, mutilated, and empty. Hesitating, Cris and Q approached the body and stooped down to inspect the burning remains. As they leaned close to look, the corpse arose, screaming, latching both of its burnt black hands onto their necks before spinning in horror one last time and falling into a pile of ash. Cris and Q fell back, stunned, bleeding, and terrified, with the handprint of the corpse on their necks and the smell of death in the air. Then Cris leaned over to Q and peacefully said,
Gang, nigga. Money making murder music, bitch, what you been bout? Blood money in the pimp cup, they don't wanna let my milk talk. Fucking so just let the chop speak. Yes, and I see it got me weak like when she on her knees. Cooking soda with the fucking Yola and I'm serving Pookie all fucking week. You ain't with it. Fuck you talking, bitch, we been about it. Stay sinning. False prophets gotta stay surrounded like me when I'm paranoid, gotta keep a couple choppers. Got more ammunition than friends, bitch, we don't make amends. Putting lean in holy water, give it to your daughter. Call it a cleanse, fuckin' we over them Zans. Parties always in with plans. Come hang with us, we can cut your lifespan. Me and mine's prone to dwell in hell, bitch. Pouring Dre, smoking blunts, eating shrooms like they was shellfish. When I'm popping pills, I give you some, oh, I'm not selfish. I was never one to be that bitch like 2 or 3. Sippin' on that DJ screw, I mix it with that ecstasy. Riding with no license, but that glizzy stay right next to me. Austrian co-pilots, so violent, let you have it. Known to lash out and be hollow, these bad habits.
As the years passed and smoke settled, no one ever spoke about these events and no one wanted to. But they were all feeling it. Whatever it was stayed with them, and in each one planted the seed for murder. No longer could they deny the sensation, the insatiable craving, the lust that can never be satisfied. But still, no one said a word. So they housed it, and they raised it, and they let it grow, and live, and boil, and burn, and create in its forging flame the monsters they all became, embraced, and accepted. The Milkmen.
No one ever found Richard Burns, and to this day, they still haven't. An open case remains on his missing person, but no progress has been made since October 1999.
Well, now you know how it all began, but now you also know it must always be continued.
Nasty got a burner and he light it like a stove. He can put it to your bones, he smoking you like a stove. He stash it up in his pockets, he burn a hole in his clothes. All his homies think it's dope till they see that it's bullet holes. The kid with the milk, spill it and you get killed. That's how you add libs to the T.A. to the Rizzo, A to the Tino. About to see if amputated heads can still deep throat. Milky in the soda bottle, Milky in the fridge. We don't lactose, we always with the shits. Q's milk spilt, it's sick with what my bro did. He put your homie 6 feet deep before COVID. If I see a chain, I might pass you my gun. That's when you run, fuck it, I'ma clap shit for fun. Gotta shoot cause I can only come blasting a gun. Milky white face, look like Mike Jack when I'm done. Half-ton gun shit, I'll bring it where you from. I got pints of milk and I sell them by the ton.
Milkman will drop you in a hole that you dug. Never gave a fuck, all the homies bud did something. Took a hold of my brain, migraine. Stay out of my lane, my gang. Leave you motherfuckers running, every other motherfucker bluffing. Frontin', half ton, grab the gat and stuff it in your front end. Gushing, grab another cup and start to put the blood in. Never showing love, never wearing gloves. Never gave a fuck when you coming at me sideways. My way, bout to run my fade. Mind state, leading into my blade. In your motherfucking neck, bitch, why you talking reckless? Let me get the motherfucking necklace. Breathless, we should've said less. You can never end this. Full send, bitch, cause we goddamn relentless. Step and try and test this checklist. Bitch, you on the motherfucking death list.
You don't conjure me out to saying my name. Bitch, you're playing with a demon, hope you're ready for flames. Full rapper embedded in the back of your brain. Tarantino rolling up with the pump in his drink. Legs don't work, but the chopper always kicking. You can hear our bullets coming from a mine we ain't missing. Let his body rotting, have him sleeping with the fishes. Nasty got more bars than he have in prison. Fuck you talking about, poppin' chicken, now a minute. Have to bust a nigga's heads just to see what's up in it. I love the way they run as they witness all this killing. Bloodshed's the only way to satisfy the feeling. Pop his cat back, on a snapback. We don't give a fuck, little boy, we don't play that. Smoking on some dope that I stole from a dead man. Never gave a fuck, little hoe, just accept that. Eat the pussy up like I'm eating on some rap snacks. Nigga want the ounce, fuck yeah, we gon' tax that, bitch. Leaning Kodo had me see it go, so I put it down, then I pick it up like I'm lifting weights. Never gave a fuck, still be driving drunk, bodies in the trunk. Nasty got the bags, I'ma zip them up. Last time I run after gave me the bass, this time he gave me a shovel. I went and found me a real nice place, real dark, very calm and so subtle. Put that nigga that you left in a puddle. Don't name me nothing, I bought her a muzzle. Why the police always looking so puzzled? Them boys acting broke but claiming they hustle, just keep it 100. Smoking blunts and sipping Dre like it's nothing. Piece to the head, just call it concussion. Just took a jiggle, little bitch, now I'm bustin'. Rolling like a wheel, toting stainless steel. This some hot shit that you don't wanna feel. Sipping only while I'm popping them pills. 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 Popping them pills.
So, do did you like our scary story? You know they say, if you're feeling alone, listen to a scary story and you'll know someone or something is around. But maybe it is just you and me, all alone on Halloween. And maybe you don't believe in a spirit so demonic or a curse so intelligent that could make the most innocent of life shed blood in its name. Do you? Well, now that night has fallen and the music has faded, you might be telling yourself, this is only a record, it's only a story, you may even know the guy who wrote it. But the curse that came to life in this story is very real, and it isn't fueled by your fear. It's not activated by your worry or concern. Its hunger cannot be satisfied by just one listener. So keep telling yourself, this is only a record, but something tells me you can feel it, and if you can feel it, it's already too late.
Enter crypt password. Enter crypt password. Try again. Access to crypt granted. Bonus feature received.
I'm on the damn Ryan, flying little bitch, I'm off the shithole. Tesla in my system, this blunt is hitting like Klitschko. Choking on the fifth while we pushing a stolen Pinto. Got a Bible on the dash still, Jesus take the wheel, we dozing off on the pills. Shit be getting real, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there or burn it, cause life ain't been fair. That's just the way it goes here. Belly of the beast, come and have you a feast, or maybe dessert. Desert Eagles known to let them burst. Figure fuck the trigger, let it squirt. On the bus to put his bitch ass on the shirt. We was all born of sin, so I'm prone to devil work. You know what's up, pour another cup. Too many blicks is not enough. Got a blick, hidden in the cut, diamond in the rough. Times is getting tough, so I always got cocaine residue all over my thumbs. Got my gums getting numb,
Life ain't shit, your wife ain't shit, so quit frontin'. I pin it to be like this, your day coming. When your bitch get on my dick, she stay coming. Can't fuck with the bars I spit, my tracks bumpin'. I ain't gonna give another motherfucking fuck. Keeping bodies in the trunk, all these bitches pussy skunk. All the babies round is drunk, and they got it from me. Gripping on a pumpty, leave you slumpty dumpty. Shooting at the ground, now the people round are shuffling. Taxidermy interest in the victims that I'm stuffing. Leave your ass hollow like a motherfucking pumpkin. Hollow tips, about to leave you trying to say something. You don't wanna take a puff of the gas I'm huffing. Leave your ass topless, banana nut muffin. Fucking on your bitch, I'ma have to bust a nut in. I'm stuff your donut hole up with my pumpkin spice munchkin.
Manifesting spirits, using a cursed Ouija board. Talking to the dead is something I never wanted more. Watching shadow people creeping out the closet doors. Demon underneath your bed, scratching on your walls and floors. It's a symphony, guns is what you get from me. Next one to open up the mouth is getting 6 of these. Better watch it, pull up and I tap your pockets. Then I smoke a cracked rock, got a ratchet socket. Island water, straight up out the faucet. Hose up on my dick, can you please get up off it? Pop out on you pussies like I'm hopping out of coffin. Beat your ass for nothing like I'm straight up out of Compton. Black people, white people, these motherfuckers don't know this type evil. I think your baby mother is a fucking scarehole. When she see me walk past the window, I'm the scarecrow.
Headshots and photos of victims signed the Grim Reaper. Subconscious killer rappers in my mind, I'm Agent Sleeper. I'm the haunter of your nightmares and tears the dream meter. Watch the same track spin to make Inception run deeper. Crack at the whip, line side slashing it shit. At crowds of sheep, unsuspecting of the passionate spit. Don't sit back in the drift, lost to all those pretty lights and the glamorous shit. Get the point of hammer breaking to the
after effects, disastrous text, clips pecked together in a cavernous mess. Get hands on the rest, talent compressed, man's talent is best. Steady late but always balanced, bank and talk, sound checks. Last dreams coming down like stomachs can't believe. Dripping down from the heart, leaking to the spleen. Opening this bitch cause we writing dirty. What you think, lost kids, we coming hard this Halloween?
Units respond. 1730. Call from a resident on Walnut Street. Chainsaw kids running out of the wooded area behind Memorial Park. Dog wouldn't stop barking, so she went to look and saw two smaller children walking into the forest. Units respond, please stop.
Skipped class to get a lecture from the forest. What's that creeping in the dirt along the floor? It's a fungus among us, I'm robbing spores while they're porous. Amorphous and horrid forms approaching swarms of mutant hornets.
Catch a cat face in a tree, stick my hand in and feel that milkman synergy. Bound to scripture that called it, it's alive in me. The milkman curse has been released on Blue Island streets. I'm the ivy creeping up the wall, the eerie feeling something's wrong. The mealworm feeding on a swan song. It's not long till that plant starts bumping. It's dark in Philadelphia, the plant man cometh. Need an extraction to clarify the headspace, so powerful it leaks out, I throw it in a lead case. Fill it with my other toxic concoctions. The milkman gang is coming, no one can stop it.
It's Udder Madness, I pull a piece on a big ethnic. I'll bucket blast and slump a punk in a casket, I'm glad it happened. And if the booth ain't blazing and your troops ain't aiming, you should've never came around a gang wanging. Kids will use guns just to get a few crumbs. Slip not masked up, I'ma hit a few drums. You can pick and choose bums. Stick and move or leave a body stiff like Nardwar when the interview's done. I pick all of the above. Or do you like the Lion King, empty out a shell and make you swallow a slug? Milk gets drunk like Nasty with a 40. The stick gets pulled like Daddy when he's Mike Vick murder a puppy, you know him bats an eye, but kill a few nuns and people lose their minds. Why? I've been to creep in the bushes, I'll find you later. I walk the block with a razor, ain't a place will be safer. It's the moment we have to wait for. Trick or treat, get murdered for walking like Ben Tramer, just pick a street. They call it senseless, but I know it's what I have to do. I'm paying Nasty $10 tonight, he's fucking stabbing you. More or less, that's the news and the views from the cruise with no clues on Western Avenue. Well, maybe you've been thinking, what is a person to do? Well, you'll be next if you're thinking that the hero is you. Cause Nasty never raped a soul, but tonight, he might try to. Tarantino will stick his dick in hot sauce to put it inside you. Q will spit into his hand and slap a white bitch. And Salvio, well, we all know that he's a nice kid.
Gang, nigga. Gang, nigga. Gang, nigga. Gang.
That's right, folks, don't touch that dial. It's only 7 days till Halloween, and we got nothing but bloody, screaming fun.
Gay people have every right to be
murdered in the street.
Goddamn cowboy boot, and then you ask yourself where you were when you...
All of the nuns were found dead. In lighter news, a more recent report shows that disco music is now more likely to
destroy the economy and leave us stranded in a pandemic.
And welcome back to the Channeling Channel, where we will contact your deceased loved one from beyond the grave.
Yeah, who's calling?
This is Marcus. I'm calling because I want to have a word with my Uncle Marty who passed away. He died in a drunk driving car accident. He was at home in his living room when a drunk driver drove through the side of his house and killed him.
Okay, we're channeling your uncle. Marty? Marty? Are you there? Marty? I think I'm getting something. Ooh, it is I, Marty, your passed away father.
It was my uncle.
Ooh, your uncle, Marty.
Yeah, that's you? Uncle Marty?
Yes.
Hey, you son of a bitch. You think I don't know about your little video stash? Well, we found it. You sick you.
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about.
You, Marty.
Oh, you have me mistaken.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Okay. Marty, are you there? Marty? Marcus, it seems we've lost contact with your Uncle Marty. Are you okay? How are you feeling right now?
Hey, thanks. I really needed that.
Dude, do you mind if I open and test this milk?
Dude, you could fucking murder someone.
And now, breaking news out of Tarragon Salami. Cars!
What in Fox Lake has residents creaming in their pants?
Y'all ain't got no dang satellite, so how's a wowza catch a fetch a bowza wowza with a pokeball in his trousers, and more coming up after the break.
And it's milk! Milk he wanted! Milk! And all he got was lies!
And now back to face your fears. Up next, our contestant Becky. Becky, you said your biggest fear is your mother dying. Well, we have your mother here tonight. And Becky, it's time to face your fears!